Hello YouTube, this is 2minute Android, your all-in-one fast Android development hub. Now I will tell you how to create a view in relative layout. So let's just start by creating new layout resource file and name it relative layout test, and I will give the root element relative layout. So as you can see, my relative layout has been created and it will be acting as a parent. So let's start giving some childs to its parents. So let's just give a button. So now you can see there are two arrows when I'm dragging a button, which is showing the distance from the left and from the top. So let's drop it here and let's give a name id button1 and the name button1. Quite simple. Now let's add another button. So start means left and top means top. So if we will remove these two, so it will not affect the view because it's the first view and everything which is first in relative layout will be put in the left in top start. Now with the second one, to end of button1, which means if I remove this, so it will, let me show you what will happen if I remove this and remove this also. So as you can see, every view which we add in relative layout will start from that corner, left top, or we can say start top. So if we want it to be right of button1, we have to use the relative layout property to right top, or we can say to end off. So to right off and to end off are both same thing, but in later versions of Android we are using end off because right sometimes create confusion right to left languages. So I want it to be end of an ID, so we have to provide ID. So we want it to be in right or an end of button1, so I will use its ID. It's in the right of button1. That's quite easy. We can give margin. So if I will give simple margin, it will use that margin for all left, right, top and bottom. So let's say 10 dp. 10 dp is not showing anything. 30 dp. So now you can see I have just given margin layout and 30 dp is given from left, from top and right and bottom. If I give it margin start, so it will start from 10 dp far from button1, let's say is 20. So now button 2 is created. Now there is button 3. Let's delete these one and below also. No, let's put below. So as you can see, we have to end off, to start something after any view, and we have below. So it will create or push that button, push that view below button 1. Now in the text view, align bottom right, align bottom start. So what it is doing is, so let's just delete all three. So as I told you earlier, this view will be created at the top left of the view. So I want it below button 2 and right of button 3. So I will say below ID button 2. So you can see here it has been pushed down, and to right of ID button 3. Now it's been pushed right of button 3. Oh, not to right of, to end of. I'm not actually too much used to with the new naming conventions. To end of. Okay, now it's been so the text view is totally aligned with these two. Let's provide some margin, and let's say it's of 20 dp. So now it's below and to right of button 3. So that's it.